right, good morning, buenos dias. My name is Yubi. I'm your astro-friendly Latina therapist, and this is Tarot My Becoming, where I entertain tarot with you. These are general readings, and so I'm trusting that you're discerning with the information that I or anybody else has to share for that matter. And so if the story doesn't fit, don't make it fit. It's possible you could be leaning into one of your other placements, so check out your Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node, and or all of the other zodiac signs, because you do have them all in your birth chart in a different place, being activated by different things at different times. It's possible the entire message is for you, but it could also just be a word, a sentence, even a feeling that gets evoked with something that I say. Those are all clues. Those are all indicators. Make sure you're writing it down if you need to, so that you can unpack it at a later time if you get triggered by it. Welcome to Café con Tarot. This is the Sunday special. I almost didn't record this because I fell asleep. I've noticed that my body just needs a lot more rest lately, and so I've just been honoring myself with that. And so, Café con Tarot, I hope you have your coffee, your tea. I have moringa tea today. So make sure you're comfortable, and don't forget to wait it out at the end. Also, I'm doing a general reading that I meditated for, so maybe there's a message in there for you as well. So let's get started. Is there anything else? Anything else? I don't think so. All right, we're gonna start with Gemini, because it's still your season, right? Happy birthday to you. We're gonna keep doing you first, and then we'll just keep changing it as life moves on, right? I hope all of you are doing well. Yeah, let's see what's in store for you. Trying to see what other cards I want to use, but we'll do some oracle cards. Remember, this is where you've been, where you're going, where you are and where you're going. Watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. So watching clouds, I feel like this is like definitely resting, clearly, right? It says, but there's something about creating a space for yourself, creating some type of sanctuary, maybe healthy boundaries. There's something about intentional solitude, to be able to reset yourself. There's something about being able to reset yourself. You could be going through healing. I know when I do intentional solitude, it's because I'm needing to come back to me. It's also one of my most creative moments, just in terms of the placements that I have. I didn't know that was a thing for me, to let you know. So you might want to check out your birth chart and see what placements you have in the 12th house. I know I have certain placements in the 12th house, and so it totally made sense for me why I need to retreat, why I feel good when I retreat. I get more creative when I retreat. So there could be something that is evoking you to retreat. It could be inspiration, but it could just be resetting, right? Resetting yourself. It says watching clouds. Whenever I watch clouds, it's my daydreaming, and I love what comes up for me. If you've ever just gone to the park and like looked up on a really windy day, it's one of the reasons why I love living up north, because it's just so much more windy. Poised, you're getting ready to come out in a certain way. You're getting ready to come out in a certain way. It's almost like this rebirth process. You're going to present yourself in a different way, feel better, feel lighter. There's also something about transformation. I just noticed I'm looking at her wings. So butterfly, she looks like a butterfly. So there's something about transforming yourself, something about what this lie back, rest, and relax process is going to do for you. I didn't notice there's stars as well. 1, 2, how many stars? I'm being guided to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 stars. How pretty. I mean, 7 stars There's something about sevens for you. Shining wisdom. Seek teachings that support you as you manifest your goal. I learn what I need to know. So this intentional solitude, if you're doing it intentionally, is also going to evoke within you a curiosity of, I need to figure out what my next steps are, right? So depending on what this time period looks like for you, you could be learning something new. You could be figuring out who you're going to become next, right? Who are you going to become next? Let's do you. No, you. Who you're going to become next. There's also something about shining wisdom. So you could be in the process of learning something so that you can then teach other people. But there's a process. I just feel like it's just a process that you have to go through first. Yeah. All right. Let's jump in. Let's see where you've been, where you are right now, where you're going, and then what you need to focus on. And then we'll close it off with an oracle card. So where have you been? Gemini, where have you been? What's been going on with you, my friends? Oh, where have you been? Five of Swords. There's been some difficulty, some one-upping maybe. There could have been some manipulation, someone getting the upper hand. It hasn't been a good experience. It has to do with communication also, because it is sword energy, and so there could have been some nasty communication between you and somebody else, maybe you and somebody that has more power than you, and it probably left you feeling really hurt, really upset, really. I mean, there's two feelings that come out for this. There's like disappointment, sadness, pain, but there's also power and control. Like there's just these opposing feelings. And so either you started feeling really upset and then reclaimed your power, or you're in the process of reclaiming your power. But it's also possible that I feel like it's that way. You're learning how to reclaim your power. Yes. The Hierophant. The Hierophant is all about wisdom. It's learning. It's Taurus energy. And so figure out where you have Taurus in your chart. What am I talking about? Taurus in your chart is in the 12th house. If you're a Gemini rising, right? Yeah. Taurus is in your 12th house. I was talking about the 12th house earlier. And so the Hierophant is all about learning. It's all about collecting wisdom, right? Wisdom around the systems, wisdom around, how things work. So there could be, this is you learning, right? This is you gathering information. This card usually has two people at their foot in terms of them teaching, but I feel like, again, it's you learning, because those two individuals are not here yet. There's water energy around you, so there could be you learning about spirituality, learning about your feelings, collecting data about what you're going to teach. But in order for you to teach something, you got to learn something first, right? Where are you going, Gemini? Where are you going? There it is. Seven of coins. Was I not talking about sevens? Seven of coins. This is planting the seed. This is you doing shadow work. This card always reminds me of shadow work because of how they're facing each other. So there's something about facing the light and the dark within you and figuring out, what is it that I want to create? This fire that's burning within you, right? That's getting ignited. That's getting like, this is what I want to create, right? And being able to confront doing that shadow work. So you're headed towards shadow work. You're headed towards figuring out what burns within you that you're wanting to create. What do you need to focus on right now, Gemini? Oh, two cards. Okay. High Priestess, Intuition, and the Sun. How to embrace your confidence, but also how to be joyful. Be joyful with this process, right? The High Priestess is the is the counterpart to the Hierophant. So the High Priestess is connection to spirit, right? It's all about shadow work also. It's doing the spiritual work without having to talk about it. Like they just know. They're tied to their intuition. So you're developing your intuition, but you're also learning how to have fun in this process, how to find joy, how to find your confidence. Find your confidence moving forward. So that's what you're being tasked to focus on. Finding joy and confidence in this process of shadow work. Let's get an oracle card for you, my friends. Ace of Swords underneath. I don't usually look underneath, but Ace of Swords. So it's about your truth. Setting yourself free from Do I want to use this one? No. For whatever reason, the shaman is calling out for you. Why? I don't know. This is spirituality, maybe. This is calling out for you. Yeah, so you're going to definitely learn more about your intuition, spirituality. Maybe you're being called to do more spiritual work. Maybe the shining the wisdom, right? You're becoming some type of shaman or healer or guide or a teacher of some sort. Figuring out what it is that you're going to teach and what you're going to create. Let's get you this oracle card to help you out. Let's see. I wasn't going to do these. The Earth Keeper. Earth. There's something about Earth. There's a lot of Earth. Hierophant, Taurus energy, right? There's coins, pentacles. Earth. The Earth Keeper. Let's see what that says. 18. Earth Keeper, the essence. Just as you're involved in co-creating your world, you are also responsible for its well-being. The Earth Keepers are dedicated to the stewardship of the earth and all life. They choose to hold the sacred dream of a planet where all beings live in peace and where the rivers and the air are clean. Remember that everything you do has an impact for 7 generations. You have outgrown your small dream of success and achievement and are ready to dream big with possibilities beyond your wildest expectation. That's the invitation. Take on the mantle of the Earth Keeper and reach out to a friend in need whom you may have not been in touch with for some time. Take care of your pets and feed the strays that come by. Clean up your yard, as this is a reflection of your relationship to the earth. Grow the sacred dream and your personal life will flourish. Remember, it's not about me any longer. So again, you're headed towards this teaching role that is about other people, right? The medicine, as you care for your body, through that intentional solitude, you show your care for Mother Earth. So begin with the stewardship of your health. What are you putting in your mouth? Are you feeding on foods and thoughts that are not good for you? Start doing what you know will be good for you today. Self-care comes first. I just had this conversation with a friend of mine where we were talking about self-neglect, how sometimes when we're too much of a servant, we lose ourselves in that process. And we forget to take care of ourselves, and how important it is that you fill your own cup so that you can maintain the ability to fill other people's cups, right? Or have them reach out to you in their time of need. So Gemini, that was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. I'm keeping an eye because I'm making lentejas. Making lentil soup. I'm just keeping an eye. I kind of want to go check on my lentils. No, I'll wait a little bit. I just checked on them. Yubi, don't panic. They'll be fine. All right, moving on to Taurus? No. Cancer. Got my list right here. Cancer. Cancer, my friends. Let's see. What's the message for you? 1, 2, and 3. I did remove the ones that I used, so those aren't in here again. Cancer. What say for you? Oh, okay, 2. You get 2. Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. And then the other one is finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Oh my gosh, it's similar to Gemini energy. So there's something about a path that you're going to go on. Be mindful and intentional with maybe setting boundaries again, because it's finding sanctuary. I talked about sanctuary. That's actually the word that I used for Gemini. So there could be a need for you to set some healthy boundaries for yourself so that you can reflect, connect to spirit, right? Check out how often are you meditating? Are you able to meditate? I was thinking today about parents, specifically because of the meditation that I saw today for today's reading. And I was thinking about how challenging it is for parents to find time for themselves. And so, you know, when you have children, it becomes all about the children. And parents sometimes lose themselves in that process, and they forget that they were a person before they were, you know, a mother or a parent or a father or whatever. And so there's something about setting healthy boundaries for yourself, that it's okay to want time for yourself. So you're, gosh, 2 again. Why? You might be doing some self-reflective work once you create this space for yourself. But don't worry, you're blessed. Whatever comes out of this experience, right? Whatever awareness you gain, whether it's a spiritual awakening or this connection to source, that you're going to be blessed. You're going to be okay. So there's something about trusting the process. Trusting the process with whatever gets highlighted from the past. There's something about the past that's being highlighted. She's looking back. So whenever I see that, it's someone's looking to the past. And how interesting. Look at how these are. It's like the why. Why is this happening? The intention is to look for information about the future, but it's the information for the future is often found in the past. It's often found in the past. And so sometimes that means doing healing work. Sometimes that means what data did you gather from past experiences, and how can you move forward with that new information. Let's get one more for you, Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. One more. There it is. Oh my goodness. Evolving process. So many questions. Know that you will find all the pieces you need as you go along. I embrace uncertainty. More questions. Why? What's going on, right? Embracing uncertainty. You're going on this path, right? That's the narrow pathway to wisdom. And it's okay to not know. It's okay to not know where you're going. I don't know why I'm being drawn to this one. Let's do this one. It's okay to not know where you're going. You'll be blessed. You'll be taken care of. It's almost, I feel like it is kind of like shadow work. The moon in that last card I'm seeing. But it's like we're afraid of the unknown. We're afraid of the dark. But the moon, full moon especially, will highlight the way. Will highlight the way. All right. 10:10 on the clock. Where have you been? Where have you been, Cancer? Where have you been? Oh, there you are. Where have you been? 5 of Pentacles. Disappointment, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you are alone in an experience, not realizing that you can always call for help, but you've been feeling alone, like you've been having to work on something alone, navigate your finances alone, being on this path alone, like they're out in the winter. So there's something about the path that you're on, wanting some solitude or sanctuary, because, you know, when you think of people who hike, I mean, I've seen them on YouTube shorts and Instagram shorts, right? There's a lot of people who hike in the snow, and it's a, you know, just a hobby. It's a hobby for them, but they're always looking for sanctuary. And sometimes in that community, people will build certain sheds or in the most remote places, and it's like a saving grace for some people who are hiking in very difficult terrain. So finding sanctuary, it just seems like you've been looking for a safe place. You've been looking for some help. My goodness. No quiero salir. Where are you right now? Okay, 2 cards. You are discovering your truth. Knight of Swords and 3 of Cups. You're discovering your truth. You're moving forward very quickly into communion with other people, with relationships. It could be friendships, people that are going to transform you. A lighter, like a lighthearted energy. These individuals have shells around their neck, and so there's always a transformative experience with shells, or at least that symbol. So you are currently in community with other people who are helping transform you, and you're moving forward with your truth. The Knight of Swords is fast moving energy. It's about communication, but it's also about like ¿cómo se llama? moving forward with either information or your truth. It's just being mindful, right? There's almost this feeling of like being set free, right? It's like I felt alone and now I'm moving forward. Like, so you've moved past this feeling alone. So you're headed towards another 5. 5 of Pentacles to now. 5 of Wands. And this card usually means conflict. It usually means practicing conflict resolution. So again, there could be something around learning how to resolve conflict, how to create something for yourself. Like this person in the center, it has created this and they're working this pole, right? They're working the magic around this pole. And so learning how to do something together and then learning how to do it in collaboration with other people. Usually this card, there's people who are fighting one another or practicing with sticks. They're not swords, but they're sticks. So there's a lot of passion around it because it's like passionate. You know, when you think of an argument, there's people who are very passionate about their sides or their opinions. But this card is always a little bit different. And so this person, and interestingly enough, I usually interpret this card as you've been overworking and you need to tap out. But for you, I'm looking at it in a different way. For you, it's about learning how to build something for yourself in the center, but then learning how to collaborate with other people. So again, it's all about relationships and how you do relationships in a fair way, in a balanced way. What do you need to focus on, Cancer? Yeah, there's just this feeling of like, I need to learn how to communicate better with others. I need to learn how to create something better with others. So you're learning. It's a process that you're learning from. What do you need to focus on? What do you need to focus on? You gotta be careful with that Knight of Swords. Where you are right now, the communication, because sometimes you can be a little too impulsive with communication. And again, it's interesting that it's like conflict. It's how you're communicating. The Knight of Swords sometimes can be a little too blunt. They can be careless or messy with their communication. And so you're going to learn with the Three of Cups, you're going to learn how to manage communication better in a way that's emotionally fulfilling to you. I don't know why I'm being brought this image of someone who like gossip. There's gossip. Sometimes people who gossip are looking for connection. And there, I don't know, I'm sure sometimes people who gossip are looking for connection. And so they think that by being a holder of secrets and sharing this, like you're building a connection, you're building trust with someone. But there's another way of looking at gossip too. Like it's like, oh, you're messy. Oh, you don't know when to be discreet about information. So there's something about communication and learning how to find emotional fulfillment in a different way using your communication. So right now, the High Priestess and the Six of Pentacles is what you're needing to focus on. So balance, reciprocity, right? Give and take. Six of Pentacles is usually you learning how much to give, not overgive, and then how much to hold back for yourself. So being balanced, learning how to. High Priestess is learning, learning about spirituality, but there's something about intuitively learning when to give and when to hold back, so that you're not being taken advantage of. What's underneath? Temperance. This is a process. This is going to transform you, and it's not going to be an overnight thing, Cancer. It's not going to be an overnight thing. You're going to learn through doing, right? You're going to learn through exploring the whys. You're going to learn through going down this pathway, right? Asking questions, making mistakes. But the High Priestess is you opening up. It says at the bottom, opening up. All right. Oracle card for you to close this off. Oh, there it is. Okay, after this, I gotta check my lentejas. The Council. Look at that. Whew, haven't seen this one. Let's see what this one says. The Council. This is an 11 card. The essence, the council are the luminous beings who hold the collective wisdom of humanity. They are the ones before whom you will do your life review when you cross into the world of spirit. A life review is when we place our good and our bad deeds on a divine scale and attempt to explain why we did not love or forgive or dare as greatly as we might have. So it's like just really learning. Know that their wisdom is available to you at all times when you live in a state of yes, in an unconditional relationship with life. They remind you of your place around a sacred fire, which has been reserved for you since the beginning of time. You will claim it you will claim it when you own your inner wisdom. Yubi, read slowly. The invitation. The council has a message for you. Listen with your inner senses. Oh my gosh. Listen with your inner senses, right? The handwriting is already on the wall, so look about you and you will discern its meaning. Do not wait for further signs. Embark on the journey to love deeply, forgive sincerely, and dare greatly. Take the leap of faith without requiring life to assure you of success. The medicine. You are never alone. Turn to the council to find the guidance you seek and listen to the voice that arises spontaneously. Turn a deaf ear to the nagging voice from your ego that tells you that you are not up for the task before you. Create a spiritual feast for the council. Invite them to your altar every time you meditate or pray. So in essence, it's asking you to check in with your spirits, right? With whoever you believe, whoever your higher calling is, right? The why, any questioning, right? Through meditation, ask for guidance, ask for help. The help will be granted through, I feel like it's going to be through the people around you, but there's answers all over. There's answers all over. And Spirit will only offer you the help when you ask for it. So Cancer, that was for you. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to listen to the final reading at the end and see if there's a message in there for you. I need to go check my lentejas, so I'll be back. All right, coming back to Leo, you are next, my friends. My lentejas are done, by the way. So I'm excited about that. Meal prep, check. My meal prepping is done. All right. Leo. One more for you, my friends. Sun, Moon, Venus, rising, North Node, South Node. Oh, okay, two also. Let's see. Begin now. Take your first step. You're being called to take action, clearly, and crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Gosh, there's been just this consistent theme of like taking action, going down a spiritual path. So there's just this huge calling so far for folks to take time for yourself, set healthy boundaries, cross over into this healing period. Mending, releasing, healing connections, connecting to source, releasing what is heavy for you, especially if you're taking a new path or starting a new chapter, Leo. You could be starting a new chapter and it's time to do things differently. Crossing bridges, right? You're just stepping into a new chapter. But there's something about healing work that needs to get done as well. Let's see. Change in the wind. Change in the wind. So you're going to go through some transformation. Again, they're look at these two individuals. It's like, mira, deja enseñarte. This person is going forward. They're going forward somewhere, right? But in order to go forward, I said this before to somebody else, you have to look back. There's something about looking back in order to be able to go forward. And so it's about making sure you're not repeating similar lessons, right? What have you learned in this last chapter? Allow it to transform you into action, so that this next cycle is different. So that it's different, more balance. It's a 12 card. So 1 + 2 is 3. For me, 3 is balance. Between worlds, work with spirit to heal blocks and uncover deeper truths. healing. Allowing yourself to look at your shadow. And again, look, they're looking back. There's something about looking back. Mira. She's holding it at a distance and now bringing it close. So there's something about this new chapter is going to illuminate this transition period that you are, Leo, I don't know why I want to use you. I'm using the Klimt, I don't know if I'm saying that right, tarot. Now this tarot, I won't be able to show you some cards because it's intense. But I love the art. If you don't know Klimt, I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's this person right here. They did this beautiful artwork. It's one of my favorites, my sister's favorite, and I really enjoy it. I haven't used this one in a while, but Leo, I don't know why for you. Getting called to use this. Let's see where you've been. Where have you been, Leo? Where have you been? Where have you been? Take time for healing, connecting. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't show you these. Six of Swords and Seven of Wands. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to cover her up, but Six of Swords, reluctantly going on this journey. This is supposed to be a ship. Reluctantly going. It's almost like I don't want to go. But by you going, you're gonna get into this calmer shore, right? So you've been reluctantly. Seven of Wands. Oof. Taurus energy. There's something about your stability. There's something about how do I cover these individuals? I'm gonna do it like this. Look at this. Wow. I mean, that's intense. You've been through something intense. A chapter that has been intense, that you were really struggling with. It's almost like either defending yourself, defending a project, defending, you've had to defend yourself, really defend yourself. But it's almost like the knife, dude. Like it wasn't easy. Like this last chapter for you was not easy. Defending yourself, and like almost this, I don't want to say like you don't want to let go of this chapter, but it's almost like this chapter, like you were forced to let this go. It was going to end one way or another. It was intense. Yeah. You you had to really like release control, but it ended. That's where you've been. Let's move on. Where are you now? Right now. Look at how pretty. Three of Pentacles. You're focusing on work. Mira qué bonito. But there's something about going within. There's something about this type of work that's a little more passionate, a little more, because it's a musical instrument, and it's una guitarra, pero parece a harp at the same time. It's a combination, because there's also like a trumpet in the background. I haven't seen this card before. Oh, I didn't see this other face. Mira. There's something within you that is needing to come out. A side of you in terms of work. There's something about work. A part of you, a musical, an artistic side of you that is needing to come out. Look, I've never noticed this before. There's a face right here. There's something about going within, tapping into the things that bring you joy, that a vibration, right? It's music, so it's a different vibration, but it has to do with work because it's Three of Pentacles. So right now you're in that process of like what kind of like that transformation, like whatever is you're hiding, needing to come out. And it's something artistic. It's something at a different something that's going to bring you to a different frequency that has to do with work. What are you headed towards, Leo? Oh, okay. You're headed towards Seven of Cups. Oh, wow. I haven't seen all these cards, so whenever it comes out, me sorprende. Seven of Cups. Usually Seven of Cups is opportunities. Oh, is this a dragon? Is this a lion? Is this, look. So Seven of Cups, But look, she's embracing this lion, this, it looks like a dragon or a lion of some sort. This looks like the mane. There's something about this lion or beast, this it feels like it's a combination. It's a combination. That's why there's scales. I see scales, I see fins, but I also see mane. So there's something about either this, I mean, Leo, you're a lion. So there's something about the presentation of you, that's transforming, right? The presentation of you that's transforming, you're choosing that. You're choosing that. You're choosing what the universe is giving you. It's like there's these opportunities here, but you're not focused on those. You're focused on the one that the universe is giving you, which is transformation. So this transformative you, because it looks like a lion with the mane, but then there's parts of that lion that's like the scales, and scales are usually, scales fall off, right? Scales, hair falls out. And then the face within itself, it looks like a skeleton, but also like a skull, but also not. So there's something about you choosing transformation, you choosing shadow work, you choosing that opportunity. What do you need to focus on? Sota de Copas, Page of Cups, keeping your heart open. Keeping your heart open. Again, they're looking at the past. So there's something about forgiveness. There's something about keeping your heart open with what gets filled in, what gets evoked within you emotionally. Keeping your heart open through that process. Oh, did I not talk about transformation? Did I not talk about how do I show this to you? How do I show this to you without showing parts? Here we go. The moon. La luna. I mean, the art in this is like incredible, but the moon is underneath. So you are being called to transform, my friends. Shadow work, shadow work. Let's get an oracle card for you, Leo. Leo. Begin now, my friends. It's still a choice. All of this is potential energy, right? At the end of the day, you have the power to choose. Oh, there we go. The spiral. Cycles. Growth. This could mean cycles. This could also mean growth, cycling out of an experience. You can only cycle out of an experience if you learn the lessons from the past, right? If you're able to integrate what you've learned, that's growth. ¿Dónde está 50? The spiral, the essence of this. From galaxies in the sky to diminutive shells at the beach, the spiral is found extensively in the natural world. Its shape, in the form of a coiled serpent, has been used since ancient times as a tool for growth and transformation. The spiral is a guide for entering deep into one's consciousness and the unknown, and then extending far out into the heavens. It is crucial to surrender to this journey until the exhausted paradigm dissolves in the depths of the psyche and its energy is released to give birth to a new reality, right? A change in the wind. The invitation to renew yourself. You must shed your old skin. You have already done this, so you do not... Yubi, slow down. You have already done this, so do not keep scraping away at the old, but welcome the soft new skin that is starting to grow. Break the habit of working on your faults all the time and let nature take its course. Know that a new skin feels vulnerable and scary at times. Trust the medicine of the spiral as it guides your journey of renewal. The medicine. The spiral announces a descent to the depths and a rebirth. Allow nothing to get in the way of this process, as the time is right and the forces of nature are supporting you in this endeavor. Using stones, twigs, or yarn, build a spiral on the ground that is large enough to walk through with at least 3 turns. Enter the spiral slowly. Once in the center, offer to the earth the feelings or situations that you no longer want in your life. As you walk back the way you entered, feel recharged for your new journey. Wow. Leo, that was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help someone else. And don't forget to check out the final reading at the end to see if there is something there for you, my friends. All right. Need a minute. All right, Leo. Let me turn that off. Just needed a minute there. Leo. No, we're not doing Leo. We're doing... Virgo, you're next. Virgo. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node. Don't forget to check out the final reading in case there's a message there for you. Virgo. Let's see. There's been a theme lately. I don't know if it's going to continue with you, but let's find out. First light. Begin a new cycle. Yes, it's going to continue with you. Everyone's starting a new chapter, a new cycle. There's a new cycle, new growth, transformation that's occurring. You're being asked to begin a new cycle, to start something new. If you notice, this particular card has all of the seasons in there. So there's something about cycling through different seasons of your life, allowing the light to shine on the things that are hidden, because there's winter and there's fall. There's just this death and rebirth process that you're being called to do if you haven't already done it. Every single reading at this point has had something about that. Yang, taking action. Virgo, you're being called to take action. Virgo, you are an earth sign. Earth signs oftentimes are more passive, more behind the scenes. So there's something about stepping into the light. It's a 1 card, so it has to be about you, but it's also Leo energy. This card, if you look, the fire within that's being kind of exerted out looks like a lion. It looks like the head of a lion. So there's something about embracing Leo energy for you. Confidence, seeing the beauty, complex patterns align to create great beauty when you see clearly. I visualize the divine plan. This looks like a mural. So there's something about taking a step back and looking at all the complexities in life, looking at how things have shifted, how evolved, have transformed you. Let's do this one. There's also this feeling of like you want to take action, but you don't know. There's just a lot of messiness. There's a lot of messiness around you, and I think that's why you're being called to look at the beauty in the mess. There's beauty in the chaos. There's beauty in the messiness of stuff. Like, I'm imagining a painter, or at least how I've painted before. But when you're painting something, when you're in it, there's like a mess. Like your hands get really messy. You get caught up in the mess of it, and then when you take a step back, you see the final product, and there's just like all that mess, right? All the shifting of the colors, mixing this with that and changing it and painting over something. You step back and then you're like, okay, it makes sense, right? So there's something about that. There's something about highlighting the messiness and allowing that to help you start this new cycle in your life. Virgo, where have you been? Okay, where have you been? Knight of Swords. You've been taking action, running towards your truth, feeling like you're falling behind. There's something about feeling like you've been falling behind. This card, it's so interesting because this card, it always makes me feel like the motorcycle left him. Like the motorcycle left him and he's trying to catch up to it. You know, when you leave something on or a car on, the thing is that car hasn't, the motorcycle isn't moving. It's in place. So there's this reassuring comment or theme about like what is for you will never leave you. What is for you will never leave you. Like what is meant for you is meant for you. It's just a matter of you taking action towards it. Yeah. Where are you right now? You're in the middle of transforming. Temperance energy, Sagittarian energy. You are being asked to be positive, to think positive. You are being guided. You are protective through this behind the scenes alchemy that is occurring that you don't know is happening. But we're always, I mean, time does not stop. You know, who I am right now is the different version of me that who I was a week ago. Like, there's something about like this transformation, this transformative experience that you don't realize is already happening, whether you see it or not. You're headed towards the Hermit. Virgo, you keep getting this card. You're headed towards you. This is Virgo energy. You're headed towards becoming the Hermit. So you're headed towards intentional solitude, figuring out what it is that you want, doing healing work so that you can come back down, right? And help others do the same. So you're headed towards yourself. You're headed towards healing. Virgo is all about well-being, staying balanced in your well-being. So think about this transformative work could be like, where in your life are you not taking action? Where in your life are you getting caught up in the messiness? Where in your life are you not changing and transforming or getting stuck in old patterns, old ways? What do you need to focus on right now? Oh my God. Four of Swords, healing. Intentional solitude. I talked about intentional solitude. That's the focus right now, or at least that's what you're being called to focus on. 10 of Wands. There's a lot of unpacking of emotional baggage that you need to do, or you've been carrying a lot on your plate and you're needing to offload that, Virgo. So look at your life, look at where in your life you may be overworked, exhausted, carrying too much responsibility maybe. And you're being asked to start a new cycle if you haven't done so already. All right, let's get an oracle card for you. Oh, there it is, the arrow. The arrow of truth. This reminds me of the Ace of Wands, but let's see what it says. The arrow of truth. This is a 3 card. 3, 3, 3. 3. I had to say it 3 times. The arrow, the essence. Receiving the symbol reminds you that when you are in alignment with your heart and soul, you are on target and will soon be hitting your mark. Be true to your calling, release attachments, and free yourself from the bondage of unbridled ambition. Now is revealed to be a moment of contact in which your intention meets the material world. The arrow also symbolizes the need to set your creativity free. The invitation. When the arrow zings through the air, it is inviting you to pay attention and signifying that you are about to make your mark in some aspect of your life. It illuminates the moment of contact when you know that your desires and intentions have traveled on the wind and landed in the perfect place for your highest good. Trust that your job is to be relaxed yet focused, keeping your eye on the prize, yet releasing your intention with full expectation that it will land as it is supposed to. Don't worry about the how or the exact form. This is not a time to interfere with the manner in which the arrow flies. It will make its mark and you will have cause to celebrate. The medicine. This is a time to admit that by continuing on the path you are on, you might be shooting yourself in the foot. Could it be that you have become so attached to winning this game that you have missed the true mark? What if your arrow was never meant to land where you wanted it? Now is the time to regroup and ask yourself if what you desire is really worth your energy. This is a sign that something better is waiting. Consider the wisdom in not getting what you want. Suffering in this case is a pathway to heal the parts of you that feel unworthy, the parts that worry there isn't enough. Make peace with those voices. What is truly yours will be waiting for you. Oh my God, did I not just say that, right? What is truly for you will be there for you. Good Lord. All right, Virgo. That was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think this will help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the final reading to see if there's a message in there for you, my friends. All right. We are moving on to Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, rising, North Node, South Node. Let's see, what have you to say so far? Everybody is on a theme about starting a new chapter, about doing healing work. Let's see where you are, my friends. Libra, Libra. Where are you? Where are you in this process? There it is. Journey by moonlight. Believe in magic. This is about remembering joy. Believing in the things that you cannot see. There's fairies there. There's what are those creatures? There's little elves, right? There's something about reclaiming your belief that things are going to be okay. Believing in the things that you do not see. There's something about believing in the things that you do not see, or the things that you don't believe are going to work out, they will work out. And that's part of the shadow work. There's something about the shadow work, journey by moonlight, right? Things are being highlighted for you. Could be your belief system around like, oh, it'll never happen, right? Community, there's something about you focusing on your community. Building something with others. You see like there's this straw. Building a hotel. Hinting there's a hotel. There could be something that you're building a hotel, you're building something, it's an 8 card, reciprocity with the people that you're interacting with, or the community that you're building, right? Or that you're making sure that you stay balanced, making sure that there's a flow in terms of energy, that it doesn't get stuck, right? 8 is about flow. But there's something about a hotel. So you could be creating a community around people that are going to stay with you for a little bit and then move on. People are going to come to you. Like, don't worry, people will come to you. People will come to you. There's something about what you're going to create, and allowing people to come and then releasing them. Allowing people to come and then releasing them into your life. A hotel is a temporary place that people come to for rest, for rejuvenation, right? If you think about like resorts and things of that sort. But it's also people figuring out what their next steps are. Like, I recently started following someone who's doing the ¿cómo se llama? El Camino de Santiago in Spain. That's on my bucket list to do, by the way. and I love the fact that like this person is sharing the what's being highlighted for them on this journey. And so for them, like whenever they go to a place de reposo, right, that they're for shelter, temporary, it's a temporary place before they figure out where their next path is. So there's something about either you being the holder of that place, or you needing to go into that place, this temporary place, and believing that people will show up, or believing that there's going to be an energetic flow of people coming, people going, right? So there's something about attachments, being comfortable with releasing attachments. The people in your life are going to come in and leave, and that's okay. And there's something about building community around that process, being okay with that, being okay with that. One more, please. One more. Oh, there it is. Divine protection. Your angels and spirit guides are on call to assist you always. The universe has your back. So again, believing in what you don't see. Like, allow divine timing. You know, who likes that? Divine timing to allow divine timing to occur, right? You are being supported by your spirit guides, by the universe, really, the universe. So, but you have to continue to have hope. You need to reestablish your hope, or rebelief. It's not rebelief. What's the word? Volverte a encontrar. Volver a encontrar el deseo, or the what is it? Don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. That's what I'm trying to say, right? It's going to happen. Where have you been, my friend? Where have you been? You've tried to keep your heart open. Page of Cups. You've been trying to keep your heart open, right? And whatever you caught, whatever you thought was going to be there, slipped out. It slipped out. Where, you know, you opened your heart in a situation. It didn't turn out as you had hoped. There's something about being messy. This cup is tilted. So it wasn't sturdy, like this fish slipped out. You could have been dealing with a Pisces or water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's something about being in a messy or unstable situation, but you were trying to keep your heart open. Where are you right now? Where are you right now, Libra? Where are you right now? Oh, there it is. Options. 7 of Cups. You could be experiencing a lot of dreams. Oh, hadn't seen that. You're experiencing a lot of dreams. You're experiencing a lot of experiences or opportunities. I just feel like it's dreams. Things are being highlighted for you. You're getting different experiences through your dream state, but there's certain things that are being highlighted for you. Something you can't see. There's someone that's going to come to you. You can't see who it is yet, but things are being highlighted for you in the dream state. 7 of Cups usually means opportunities, but I feel like it's dreams. You're being, could be, there's something in the dream state. Scorpio energy. You're headed towards transformation. There's something through these opportunities, through this experience that you're having, and it could be the dreaming. I'm writing a book right now on that. In terms of like my personal journey, but there's something about how this experience is going to transform you. It's going to transform you. This next chapter is going to transform you. What do you need to focus on? Your pentacles. Just it's earth energy, what you're building. One thing at a time, one step at a time. Like focus on one. It's like he's picked out one pentacle. They've picked out one pentacle at a time from this tree. Like this tree is still like you haven't seen the fruits of your labor yet. This tree is starting to give fruit, but it's still like it, and this could be where the lack of hope is coming from, right? It's like look beyond that. Still have faith that things are going to turn out okay, right? That even better than okay. It's divine timing. And so you're needing to focus on one thing at a time. Just focus. Don't look at the whole tree. It's not in full bloom yet. Focus on one thing at a time. King of Wands, Leo energy. Stay in your confidence. Reclaim your confidence. The King of Wands has salamanders on their robe thing, right? And so it's like you're not going to get burned. You're not going to be forgotten. Allow things to come to be born in their own time. Yeah. Like don't lose, like even this guy, he has a wand, right? And there's like, it's starting to bloom, but then there's these leaves that are falling. So it's kind of like, no te desesperes, have hope, have faith. In divine timing, things are going to fall into place. Whatever it is you're creating, right? Soul retrieval. Oh, this is transformation too. You're being transformed with this particular part of your process. You're being transformed. Let's see what it says. Soul retrieval 49. The essence. Soul retrieval is a practice that helps you recover a part of yourself, your energy, your enthusiasm, or your innocence that you have lost. At first, we'll use soul retrieval to recover from our hurts and heal our childhood wounds. Later, we learn to journey to recover our original nature, the self that never left the Garden of Eden, who still speaks to the rivers, to the trees, and to God. When we return to Eden, we are whole again. The invitation. You are no longer fragmented. You are the one with creation. You are one with creation. You have healed the cause of the pain you feel, so you do not need to dwell on it any longer. Really, it's true. If you are still hovering over an old wound, find a new flight path. Don't be distracted with the little stuff you've already mastered. Go for the big one, the journey back to Eden, where magic happened, right? In Eden, like there were so many magical things if you read the Bible. That used to be my laugh. So the medicine, when did you compromise what you truly believed in to be loved or accepted by someone? Think back over your life and find the time or times when this happened. Vow never to compromise your integrity again. What have you agreed to in the name of love that you know is deeply wrong? Make it right this instant. So it could be around self-love, right? Like waiting for someone else to validate you, right? Waiting for the community that you're wanting to build to validate your purpose, your existence. There's something again about reclaiming that innocent place of like, yes, this is going to happen. It's just, I don't know when, I don't know how, but I believe in God. I believe in the universe. I believe that things are going to align for me, right? I believe in fairies. Like bring that. And I think that's this transformative work. It's like, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's there. You've done the healing work. Trust in divine timing. Trust that things are going to fall into place. All you have to do is focus one step at a time, babe. One step at a time. Yeah. So Libra, that is for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the final reading at the end. There could be a message there for you. All right, moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio. You are next, my friends. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node. Let's see. There's been a theme. I love it when there's a theme. Let's see what comes up for you. Scorpio. Oh, two. Okay. Ascending the mountain. Keep going forward. So there's something challenging. It feels like you keep having to climb these hills, but keep moving forward. Cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life source. So this process of having to jump over hurdles or go through hills is actually helping you heal. You're being called to heal. This process is going to activate that for you, purify you. There's this transformative experience. Oh, that was quick. Time for a nap. Oh my God. Rest, rejuvenate, right? This experience, whatever challenges, like it could be shadow work that is being highlighted, and that could be the challenge of like, like this stuff keep getting evoked within me. And so there's something about intentional solitude to go through this purification process, this cleansing process, this shadow work process. And I'm writing a book right now, and there's something in there about how important rest is through this process. Giving yourself permission to rest. It can be really hard for us in a very fast-paced society, for us to stay on top of the changes, stay on top with the pace of life, stay on top with the demands of other people. But there's something about giving yourself permission to rest and connect. Real connection. Real connection. Honor your divine essence and seek support from your community. I find my spirit tribe. So this could be an experience where you're realizing, oh snap, I can't do this alone. I really need to ask for help. I really need to ask for support, for guidance. Scorpio, we're gonna do this one. Being okay with asking for help. Sometimes pride can get in the way, but there's something about connecting or finding your tribe, connecting to source so that you know what your tribe is, so that source can illuminate who those people are for you that you can trust through this process. All right, where have you been, my friends? Where have you been? Six of Cups. Six of Cups usually is nostalgic energy. It's soulmate energy. There could have been soulmates in your past that you've been interacting with, that have been highlighting for you some childhood wounds. Six of Cups also means, for me, it also means healing. This popped out where you are right now, the star energy. The star is having hope. It's healing energy. It's cleansing energy. So yes, there have been some soulmates in your past that have been highlighting childhood wounds that you're now having to heal, that you're now doing the work on, right? And having hope that this transformative work is going to lead you into that next thing. Where are you going? Eight of Swords. You're feeling stuck. You're headed towards... So once you're doing this healing work, your shadow work is going to get activated. You're going to feel like you are stuck. But it's a perception for her. This card usually is her feeling stuck, but there's a way for her to get out. And so it's like all the swords are the belief systems, the truths that have been highlighted for her, and now she has to find a way out. So you're headed towards some really intense shadow work, and that could be why it's like, keep going forward, like don't lose faith, keep going forward. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, what do you need to focus on? Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords is oftentimes manipulation, but it's strategy. It's strategy. It's how do I not get hurt? And then keeping your heart open. So being strategic about your heart, being strategic about who you allow in. The Knight of Cups is very like romantic. It's like, I want to sweep you off your feet, but there's something about being more strategic this time with your communication, being more strategic with how you navigate, how you manipulate, not in a negative way, hopefully. Not in a negative way, because whatever was highlighted for you in the past, depending on the intensity of that experience, if we felt powerless, we're going to shift to trying to regain our power a little too much. So just be mindful of that, because this could indicate like you're going to try to have the one up, or have the upper hand of something regarding love, regarding keeping your heart open, regarding who you allow in. So just be careful with that, because that's what you're needing to focus on, is how you're going, what's underneath, how the communication. Yes, it's a portal. You're transforming. There's something about integrating spirituality, what you're learning through this process, and then grounding it in reality. Just be careful. Just be careful with how you navigate your heart. To not, I don't say not repeat. Well, it's also to not repeat the same experience, but to not, this is something that I've recognized with trauma. Not to say that what you're experiencing is trauma, but when people harm others, oftentimes it's because they've been harmed themselves. And so when you recognize the role that you're playing, or the role that you've taken on in a scenario from the past, right? If you were harmed, sometimes we go to the other extreme of harming somebody else without even realizing it, because we're thinking we're protecting ourselves. So just kind of be aware of how you navigate that. The Ancient One, which is a one card. One usually means to focus on you, but let's see what this one says. The essence. The ancient ones are the shamans of old who defeated death and escaped from the tyranny of time. The ancient ones once walked the earth like us in flesh and bone. Now they reside in infinity and can counsel us after we say yes to our calling. They are available to help us attain our full realization. The invitation. The ancient ones are inviting you to reach to the future to help birth a new destiny for the earth. Go ahead, find out who you are becoming 10,000 years from now. If you accept the invitation, great power and blessings will come your way and allow you to craft a new destiny for yourself. Do not hesitate to bite off more than you can chew, because you have unlimited spiritual resources available right now. The medicine. The ancient ones beseech you to examine your attitudes and your actions and be sure that they are of the highest integrity. What did I talk about, right? Not forgiving an ancestor or yourself is keeping you from the freedom you seek. Remember, this is no longer your karma. You can break the chains that once bound you to the family drama and be free of your generational curses. Forgive the ones you need to release. Honor your biological ancestors by lighting a candle to them tonight. Look at that, right? Even Spirit knows. You could go the other way, so be careful how you navigate these experiences, my friend. Scorpio, that was for you. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the final reading in case there is a message there for you. All right, moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node. Welcome, welcome. Let's get some oracle cards for you and see what Spirit has, or just what the message is, right? What do you need to know, my friends? What do you need to know? There's been a theme for everybody. There's been a theme. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. There's impasse. That's like an in-between place. You're needing to figure out, how are you using your energy? There's a blockage. There's a wall. It's intentional. So there's a delay maybe in your path, but it's an intentional delay. It's intentional. Whatever this block is for you. 2 cards. You get between worlds. You're in between. You're in between a process. Serendipity. Have hope. Have faith, right? Things are going to fall into place. Maybe not in the way that you expect, but in a very serendipitous manner. So it's okay. There's almost like this, like the wall is up there because there's something happening that you can't see. There's something happening that you can't see. So it feels like you're stuck, but you're not. It's just an intentional delay. Things are going to fall into place. Luck, energy flow. Clear pathways in the body for Spirit's energy to transform. I release any blocks. So this delay is intentional, and it's asking you to look within yourself in terms of what your contribution is to this delay. What is your contribution to this delay, right? Here it says reflect and redirect your energy. So where is your energy being used up, right? It could be that that blockage is because of how you're managing your energy. Where is your time going? Where is your attention going? What do you need to release to be able to jump over this wall, right? Or go around this wall, or find the loophole in this wall. So there's definitely some blockage, but it's all intentional. Like, you're never in the wrong spot. You're always exactly where you need to be. Where have you been, my friends? Sagittarius, where have you been? There it is. 7 of Swords. You're walking away from something that was challenging. 7 of Swords is oftentimes manipulation, being strategic. It really is. Usually they're carrying 2 swords away from trying to get as much from, usually that card, there's an army in the background and they're trying to collect the swords so that they don't get hurt again, right? So you're walking away from either doing that, or you're walking away from a situation that there was conflict in. What do you want? Where are you right now? So where you were is dealing in the middle of that. Right now, you're trying to keep your heart open. Trying to keep your heart open for opportunities in love, for a new beginning. You're trying to keep your heart open. Where are you going? Where are you going? Wherever you were, there was like something painful, and that could be why the delay is there. It could be related to your heart, like having faith, having hope. Yeah. There's some pain that was occurring because of this experience. You're trying to keep your heart open, but there's something about healing. So this is healing a block. This is healing there's a blockage in your heart. You're wanting to keep your heart open, but you're still needing to heal something. What do you need to focus on? Or at least that's where you're headed towards. What do you need to focus on? The Hanged Man. Looking at the situation from a different perspective. Looking at what's happening to you from a different perspective. The Hanged Man. The universe is spitting you out. It's like, hey, you've done this before. Like, you don't need to be in this, what is this called? This tornado, you know, like the eye of the storm. It's like, you don't have to be in here very long. So you're just needing to gain some quick awareness. I just feel like this is going to be because you've done this before, Sagittarius, like you've gone through this process before. I don't know why your old readings always stick to me. Like you've been at the top of the mountain, right? So it's almost like the universe is like, hey, you can heal this quickly. You can heal this quickly. Knight of Wands. Yes. You can heal this quickly, and your heart and your passion will come alive again. Like you'll find your footing, you'll find your confidence again. Like this brief moment of transition is going to be light. It's going to be o sea, te vas a poder it's just gonna, it feels light. Like this blockage is going to be something you can easily overcome. Let's get an oracle card for you, my friends. It's 11:11. Look at that. It's 11:11. And that means I'm on the right track here for you, my friends. An oracle card for you. Yeah. So it's okay for this brief delay until you gain new perspective around it. Once you do, it's going to be cake. It's going to be cake for you, Sagittarius. Really? No. 3. I was looking at the number 3 and then 3 cards spit out. No, that's too many. The Blade. Haven't seen this one. The Blade. The Blade 6. It says, the blade represents sharpness of the mind, body, and spirit. Pointing upward, it summons the power of heaven. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of the heavens on earth. The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. We wield it wisely, and it will transmit power, bestow initiations, cut energetic cords from the past, or sever toxic relationships. Use it with anger, and it will slash, stab, and kill. The invitation. You are invited to draw your blade and use it. It is not auspicious to hesitate, to waste time in idle talk, or to hide from the inevitable. Heaven and earth are aligned to support you in claiming your power. So take decisive action. Overcome your fear of hurting others. Unsheath the blade and use it wisely. The medicine. It's time to put down the sword and place it back in its scabbard. Do not offer your blade in service to toxic emotions. You will be faced with an even more disagreeable future with the people or situations you are attempting to banish. Put the blade to rest until your inner fire has mellowed. Then use your blade with impeccable intention to cut the energetic cords that are tying you to the drama at hand. Set yourself free. Remember we talked about like walking away. You were walking away from an experience that was painful, trying to keep your heart open, but you're not done healing. So there's something about that experience that you're needing to heal, but how you cut that experience out of your life, you're being asked to have a different perspective around it. So Sagittarius, that was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the final reading in case there is a message there for you. Moving on to Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North and South Node. Let's see what the messages are for you, my friends. Capricorn, Capricorn. One more. Capricorn. Joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. Did you not have keep your heart open last time? I could have sworn last week it was to keep your heart open, maybe. Could be wrong, but joy and delight. There's innocence in that experience. Keep your heart open to joy. There's almost this like opening of the arms. Allow what wants to come in to come in. The Fates. I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards. It's so pretty. There's something, again, it's just allowing something to come in and holding it closely, like arms wide open. Oh my God, that song. With arms wide open, so 90s. I think Creed sang that song. With arms wide open. Trust that this is fated, this is destined. What you're allowing in is fated and destined. There's something about internal security as well. This connection is going to bring you a sense of safety and security, a sense of groundedness. You just have to open yourself up to it. There's also reciprocity with this connection. It's a 17 card. So there's 7 plus 1 is 8. So 8 is like infinity. So there's like this give and take experience to it. You just have to allow it to come in. True North, allow your decisions with Spirit's guidance to get direction. So there's something about this connection helping you find your way. It says, I know the way to go. And I think it's because of this connection, you giving yourself permission to open your heart, Capricorn, is going to allow you to know what way to go. Sometimes we think it's through connection with other people that we discover our calling, that we discover who we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to do. So I'll give you an example. And sometimes it's not until the reflective work, but so 2 examples. One that took long and then one that was quicker for me. So I didn't know what my calling was. I knew I wanted to teach. I knew I wanted to be a teacher. I just didn't know my perception of what I wanted to do and what I wanted to become was different until I started interacting with other people. I didn't know that I was going to become a healer, not a healer, but a teacher to help people how to heal. What I wanted to be initially was just an elementary school teacher. Like, that's what I really wanted to do. And the idea of having to go through my own process of healing to then teach others how to do that work that was not a thing for me back then. It was through the relationships and the experiences that I had. I once encountered someone recently. I didn't know them quite yet. I hadn't done their birth chart yet, but there was something that stood out when every time I interacted with this, not every time, twice out of the few interactions that we've had. The first one, we encountered, it's had never happened to me before. So the only times that this has happened has been when I've been with this individual. So I knew there was something that this individual was attracting that left me wondering. And so this individual, we were talking, and 3 different times, it was it was 2 individuals, but 3 different situations where there was someone who was under the influence. Like, they were clearly not all there. I had an interaction with them first by myself, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, I've never had an interaction like that with someone before. And then that person that I was trying to like keep my distance from came and approached us when we were together. And then some other person randomly approached us again, and they were also under the influence. So I was like, oh, this is different. This is not something I normally experience. Then I interacted with this person again, and there was something, we were by a grocery store. I kid you not, like 2 or 3 different times, I don't remember how many times, but it was more than once. In that same time frame, they were trying to steal from the store. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, it's only when I'm with this person. And then I realized this person is also a teacher. But not of the same thing, right? Teaching in a different way. But I immediately thought, I'm like, this person is supposed to be a teacher. They're attracting there's a certain vibe that they're attracting, a certain community that they're attracting. And I'm like, I immediately thought this person has to evolve into becoming a teacher to serve this community in some way. Like, I don't know how, but there was something about that rang a bell for me as an observer. But again, that was through an interaction with somebody else. So through our interactions with the other people, right? Things get highlighted. An awareness of our purpose gets highlighted. An awareness of like what we don't like gets highlighted. Where have you been? 9 of Wands. You've been on a journey. You've been, 9 of Wands is before the 10 of Wands. The 9 of Wands card usually is someone who's beat up. Someone who's gone through the trenches. They have bandages over them. They're holding up that like wand and all the other wands behind them. So there's this knowing of like, I've learned my lessons. I've gone through it. And I'm still standing up. And so this particular 9 of Wands though, there's something about resting and reflecting on the experiences that you've had. That's where you've been. You've been reflecting. You've been, looking. There could be Leo energy because it's a lion. Wands is lion energy. So there's something about your confidence that you've been learning how to reclaim through the reflecting of your experiences. 2 of Swords. Right now you are in the middle of making a decision. It could be around your heart. Look at how contrasting this is, right? Closing of the heart, you're being asked to open your heart. So you could be guarded. She has armor around her as well. But there's something, so that you could be in the middle of making a decision. What are you headed towards? Oh, the Emperor, Aries energy, really reclaiming your confidence. Now, the Emperor without the Empress can be a little too, can go to that, depending on how you navigate your confidence, it could go a little to the extreme of being arrogant, self-centered. The Empress allows the Emperor to be a little more nurturing, a little more less in the ego side. And so just you're reclaiming your confidence. The Emperor is the king of all kings. So just, be mindful. But you're headed towards becoming the Emperor. What do you need to focus on right now? 4 again, 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles usually is about resources, but look at how she's holding herself. Mira that, look. Look at the heart. There's something about you continuously guarding your heart. Look at the fates. Look at how different this one is to this one. She's also guarding her heart, but there's a different visual appearance with this one versus this one, right? Here is I'm afraid. Here is I feel secure. So there's something about transforming how you feel safety and security, how to do that with your heart open, right? The 4 of Pentacles is more like my resources, my energy, my time. I'm only allowing, I'm not allowing anybody in. I don't feel safe enough. I don't feel safe. So there's something about opening yourself up to abundance, opening yourself up like a little kid, right? Like the world is limitless, right? So there's something about that that you're needing to tackle. Queen of Cups. This is heart energy. This is knowing how to tap into your emotional experiences, your empathy, your big feelings. You could still tap into your big feelings and still stay grounded. She's sitting on a rock, but she's the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, right? There could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that you're needing to entertain, or someone who's emotionally open, emotionally in their heart space, but who knows how to manage their big feelings. That's underneath, right? So it's like I can still protect what I need to protect without being emotionally guarded. like there's security here, there's stability, there's confidence without being too closed off. Let's get an oracle card for you. There it is. The hummingbird. I love hummingbirds. The hummingbird. The hummingbird, 26. The essence. Despite being so little, hummingbirds are great journeyers. Migrating between North and Central or South America to feed from the summer nectar. This gentle creature can be fiercely territorial to protect its home, right? Fiercely territorial. Hummingbirds teaches us to be gentle to ourselves and protect our personal space. Hummingbird invites you to embark on your epic quest, bypass the dung pile of old pain and hurts, head for the flowers, and learn to trust the calling you hear ever so softly. The invitation. The buzzing you feel is the sound of your hummingbird wings preparing you to say yes to a new adventure. This is not the time to linger on what has gone wrong, but to trust in the rightness of the moment and take bold action. Trust that success is assured even if you must face tests and challenges to reach your destination. Know that all will be well because the all is in the small. The medicine. This mighty being comes to teach you stillness in motion, and to trust your inner knowing that the sweetest nectar is assured. Failing to act when the moment is right can spoil your journey. If you feel your safety, comfort, or day-to-day survival are more important, because that's what this is, to your day-to-day are more important than saying yes to the invitation, right? Yes to joy. To explore the unknown, you will have to work much harder to achieve what is being offered to you freely now. Still your mind, even in the midst of your very hectic schedule, and heed the gentle voice that calls you to test new things. Wow. Capricorn, that's for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the final reading to see if there's a message in there for you. All right. Moving on to Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node. Let's see what is in store for you, my friends. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Oh, okay. That was quick. Stay focused. Hold the course. You're getting an opportunity to look at something from a greater perspective or from like a distance. Whatever you're being shown, there's something about how you look at that experience. To not let it distract you from where you're needing to go or what you're wanting. Oh, that one totally, am I going to take it? Yes. It totally did like a 380. Like it flipped. It was so funny because it literally flipped and still landed face down. So there's something about transformation or seeing something from a complete, like the opposite way. Let's see what that card was. Building blocks. Stay focused on what you're trying to create. You're going through some transformative experience, whether it's your foundation or you, how you're presenting yourself, Aquarius. Aquarius, Pluto is in your, we've entered into Pluto being in Aquarius. So if you are an Aquarius rising, it is about you. It's about you transforming your identity, right? Look at the building blocks are on her. The building blocks are on her foundation, how she's presenting herself. Clean it up. This is the other one. So stay focused on what areas of you need this transformative experience, this deconstructing and rebuilding. Stay focused. Don't get distracted from that. So you're looking maybe at yourself or at what's being mirrored to you. Sweet harmony. Let go and allow abundance to flow into your life effortlessly. I release expectations. So this transformative experience, don't have an end result. Just allow it to occur. And when you allow something to occur, let's use this one. when you allow something to occur without the expectation, right? There's a sweetness to what you discover of like, oh, when you reflect back, wow, like I've come so far. Wow. Because I was just focused on those building blocks, one thing at a time. Aquarius, you can get caught up in your head. You can be aloof to things or not pay attention to the details of things. You can get too much caught up here because you're an air sign that you need something to ground you. So the building blocks, right? One thing at a time, one step at a time. There's earth energy around. Clean it up. It's like this is you, Aquarian energy. You're up high, but then you're needing to bring down to earth what you're seeing, right? Bring down to earth and clean up, restructure. And then when you get to some type of ending, you're going to look back and you're going to see how everything fell into place, like how all of this unfolded. You may not see it now, but you will see how all of this was a part of the plan. There's something about it's a part of the plan. You've been in conflict. 5 of Wands. You've been in conflict mode. You've been practicing how to deal with conflict, practicing how to communicate when there's tension around you. Where you are right now, Knight of Coins, one step at a time. This is the slowest card in the deck. This is about taking your sweet ass time, right? Build one step at a time. Virgo energy, self-care. There's something about your self-care as well after coming out of something difficult. You're needing to take your time. Where are you headed towards, my friends? Where are you? Okay, that one kind of came out. You're headed towards a choice, the Lovers. Honestly, I feel like this is you and your shadow. You embracing your shadow, you falling in love with your shadow, you allowing your shadow, allowing this union within self. It could be a choice in love, right? Having a new choice in love. But there's something also about embracing the thorns in life. Roses have thorns in them. So there's something about this union of self with this reconstruction of self. When you clean it up, when you do the healing work around that, you come to terms. You find acceptance with the you that is becoming. So that's where you're headed towards. What do you need to focus on right now? 6 of Coins, staying balanced. 6 of Coins is reciprocity, making sure that whatever you're doing, you're staying balanced. Whoever you're interacting with, you're staying balanced, right? There's something just about balance, this natural give and take, self-care. What's underneath? 6 of Wands, success. You're going to be successful with this process. So there's no fear, right? There's, I mean, there might be fear, but you're going to have success. You're just going to be successful. But you have to stay focused. There's something about just stay focused with this process. Hold the course in order to stay focused. In order to be successful. The Child. I haven't seen this one before. The Child. I'm getting new cards this time around. A Child is a 7 card. 7 says, the child knows the way to joy and happiness. The child offers the return of a second innocence, a time born of wisdom and not of naivete. This card allows you to correct your course and offers you a second chance. It brings you the possibility of redemption and entering heaven while on earth. The invitation. The child is here to release you from the habit of being yourself and to help you acquire a beginner's mind so that you can see life as if for the first time. Remain open to learning and discovery. Who is your spouse or partner today? Can you see them with fresh eyes? Who is looking back at you in mirroring this morning? Become a mystery unto yourself and reconnect with a sense of childlike wonder. The medicine. The child comes to show you how you can correct the course of your life without being punished. Set yourself free from your conditioning for suffering. You were born unfettered and happy, so can be so again if you make the choice right now. The child will help you climb out of the hole you may have dug yourself into to recover your sense of play, right? And that's part of the transformation is spiritual awakenings that occur, right? When we become aware of what we're needing to clean up, right? Whatever is being highlighted for you. Remember I mentioned mirroring. This is calling you to rebuild yourself, to start new, right? That's your second chance. And there's going to be a sweetness from this pain, from this experience, from this conflict that you've been dealing with. There's going to be a sweetness in the future when you look back and look at all of the puzzle pieces that occurred and be like, that's why that happened. And you'll find gratitude. You'll find forgiveness with that partner or ex-partner or whoever it was that mirrored what needed to be mirrored to you. So hit the like button if that made sense for you, Aquarius. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. Don't forget to stay for the end for the general reading in case there's something in there for you. Moving on to Pisces. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node. Let's see what message there is for you, my friends. Pisces, Pisces. Pisces, Pisces. What do you need to know? Pisces and then Aries, then Taurus, and then it's the general reading. There it is. Pisces, embrace enthusiasm. Shout to the heavens with happiness. There's something about wonder. There's something about being rejuvenated. And when you're rejuvenated, it's like the world is like an oyster. Like, oh wow, this is so great, right? Mending. There's something about healing some relationships from the past. There's something about healing yourself. Some healing work that needs to occur. It's a 52 card. 7, it goes back to 7. 7 is a very spiritual number, 777. So there could be a spiritual awakening. Cross of faith, balance effort with trust and intention with surrender. I make my dreams real. So this awakening that is occurring, right? This transformative, because look, there's butterflies there. So there's transformation that is occurring. You're going to be doing some healing work, whether it's healing relationships or healing yourself. Something's going to get balanced out. There's Libra energy there. So balancing those relationships, getting a new opportunity to do that. Pisces, trusting the process. There's also something about intuition, right? That person is a blindfold, the Lady of Justice. So there's something about learning to trust your intuition as to how to maintain your truth and stay balanced in situations. And there's also this experience of healing is going to help you dream something better, something with more intention. But you have to trust the process. Where have you been, my friends? Where have you been? There it is. You have been dealing with a Leo, King of Wands. Something about your confidence, needing to reclaim your confidence, reclaim your power, reclaim your passion. That's where you've been. Where are you right now? Oh my God. Libra energy, justice, wanting fairness, right? You could be revisiting maybe a Libra or just trying to find balance in your life, trying to find this equilibrium, right? Justice, fairness. Where you headed towards, Pisces? Page of Pentacles, learning something new. You're learning something new or going to learn something new through this process. What do you need to know? You're needing to heal. You're needing to heal being left out in the cold. This is where you are right now. What you're focused on, or what you're needing to focus on, is healing that feeling of being left out in the cold, healing that feeling of being alone through this healing journey. Look, like these people are hurting, but all they have to do is ask for help from that church that they're outside of. So you're in the process of healing right now. That feeling of being on your own or doing things on your own. Why did I pull out another one? I don't know, but I did. So you get another card. 4 of Pentacles. You are So interesting. She's in the city. There's something about guardedness. You're being guarded. You're guarding your heart. You're guarding your resources, your time, your energy. This is 5 of Pentacles and 4 of Pentacles. So you're learning. There's something about learning about boundaries, because the four of Pentacles is usually like, I'm protecting myself. I want to protect myself, right? My resources, my time, my energy, who I allow in. Not allowing other people to take advantage of you, right? Not feeling left out in the cold or feeling exhausted, like drained. But there's something, look at the difference. There's almost like this immaturity that's happening with how you've managed all of those things. And you're learning how to do it differently. You're learning how to do this differently. It's so curious. She's winking. It's almost like there's, you know, when you fully trust the universe, there's the blindfold, right? There's the in the cards, there's this I can do this with my eyes closed. There's something about not trusting yourself or not trusting the universe. It's not a wink like, hey, wink, 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 wink. I don't know how to wink. I know how to wink. It's not that type of wink. This is a I don't trust. That's what that is. So there's something about reclaiming trust within yourself. Reclaiming trust within yourself. Let's look underneath. 10 of Wands. It's been a journey. You're carrying or been carrying baggage, emotional baggage. There's something that you're needing to release control of or just release. And that could be the healing work that you're learning how to do, right? You're learning how to release all of that emotional baggage. It's been painfully, it's been painful. Luminous Warrior. Ooh, mira que bonito. Luminous Warrior. That's what came out. 32. The essence. The Luminous Warrior has no enemies in the world or the next. He is impeccable in word and deed. He focuses on his light rather than on what hides in the dark. Since he casts no shadow, he is as radiant as the sun and can transform his most terrible enemy into his ally. His power comes not from the sword, but from speaking the truth at all cost. The invitation. The Luminous Warrior reminds you it is important to focus on your power, wisdom, and beauty. Do not be seduced by what seems wrong with you or with the world. Remember that intention follows attention. So focus on your positive traits. Feed your light with more light until you feel truly empowered. Then there will be little need for action as you resolve all situations from within. The mending, right? The medicine. Are you being tempted by your emotions to follow your lower instincts? Are you being invited to enter into a quarrel with someone? Put your sword away. This is not the time for battle. Your enemy is not who you think it is. Do not act from a place of anger that will damage your relationships and hurt the ones you care for. Find the truth hiding in your heart that will affirm your instincts for peace rather than for war. So that's this mending, right? That's this, you might be wanting justice in something, and how you navigate that because of the pain you've gone through. Just be careful how you do that. I've said this before. Scorpio. It was Scorpio. Check out Scorpio's reading. You might have Scorpio in your chart. There was something about how they were overcoming challenges. And I talked about power and control in that. So check that part out. That could pertain to you as well. So Pisces, that was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to wait around for the ending, which will be in a few signs, to see if there's something in there for you. Moving on to Aries. Aries, Sun and Venus rising north or south node. Let's see what there is for you. Aries. There it is. Miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. This is about having faith. Have faith, right? Believe in what you do not see. it's like have faith with expectation that things are going to be okay. That your wishes are going to come true. Oh, okay, you get 2. This one came out first. Never-ending story. There could be some pain. Yes, there's something that's being highlighted. You feel like you're stuck. You feel like it keeps repeating. It keeps repeating. Like time keeps repeating. Cycles keep repeating. Oh, I've never seen this before. There's a mirror. Love me. Yes, no. Yes, no. It's about self-love. This is about self-love. Look, there's a mirror there. I didn't realize that before. It's like I can't see myself. I can't see the shadows. I can't see myself. Doubting that you are loved. You're doubting that you are loved. Go to the sea. To the sea. Look at, they're both looking down. There's something sad about this experience that keeps repeating for you. And I feel like I'm so sad that I can't even look at what direction I'm going. Look, like they were looking, they stopped looking, the binoculars are facing the past. Like I can't even look at my past, but I can't even look at my future. There's something, gosh, there's this repeated theme of like, in order to be able to move forward, you got to look at your past, right? You need to learn the lessons from the past. You need to gain wisdom from the past to be able to move forward, to be able to know where to go, right? Where do you want to steer your ship? But it's hard. There's this like, it's hard for you to look back. There's something about it's hard for you to look back. There's something spiritual because there's also, well, 1, this is a 10 card. 7 plus 3 is 10. Which goes to 1. So that it's about you. It's about you, how you look at yourself, how you look at your worthiness, you're feeling loved. And then it's 7. So it's spiritual. This is a spiritual calling to do healing work, to go to the sea, figure out how to navigate this path. There's this like, I don't want to take the lead. I don't want to, like, I want miracles to happen. I want my wishes to come true. But there's something about power. There's something about not believing that your wishes can come true. There's something about that. There's something about like, I don't believe, like I believe, but I don't want to take the reins. I don't want to take control. Share journey. Honor your transformation while being open to others on the path. Together we make magic. Oh my God. You don't have to do this alone. There's somebody there who can help you. There are people around you that can help you. No, this one. There's people around there. Community. Learn transforming in community. Finding other people who, right? Like, honor where you are. Honor the cycles that you've gone through that have repeated. Honor the process. There are other people like you. There are other people who are stuck like you, who maybe repeated the same mistakes like you, who are afraid to take the rein. Why does that word keep take the rein? It's not even take the rein. It's a book. It's a book. It's a boat. There are other people who are afraid to be the captain of their own ship. But for whatever reason, take the rein. Take the rein. Are the words that were coming out. There are other people like you. So you're not alone in that. Where have you been, my friend? Aries, where have you been? 7 of Pentacles. You've been trying to figure out how to create, how to manage your stability, how to manage your resources, planting the seeds. Usually it's 7 of Pentacles is like planting the seeds. But this is like, I've planted some seeds, I've planted some things, and I'm trying to harvest them. And I think there's this like, am I doing this at the right time? Is this the right, is this, there's something magic around what you've planted. It's like, he's not taking initiative to plant, to pluck what he's planted. Like I don't want to look at the fruits of my labor. Like he's just stuck with the wheelbarrow, right? Like he's not even looking at the blessings. He's looking straight ahead. So there's something about like not acknowledging you're coming from a place of not acknowledging the blessings or the seeds that you've planted. They may not have been blessings, but it's what you've planted, but you're not looking at it. So there's something about like you didn't see, or you didn't the seeds that you've sown, right, bloomed, but you didn't look at how they were magical, at how they were miracles, at how, like, lo bonito. No pudiste ver lo bonito de lo que, ¿cómo se dice? When you work the soil, right? Like, you weren't able to see the blessing, the fruit, the fruits of your labor. Whatever, that's where you were. Where are you right now? You're starting a new chapter, the Fool, Queen of Cups, healing. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is, again, water energy. So you are in the middle right now of starting a new chapter. Look at how their arms are open. It's like I don't have much. I don't have much on this journey, but I'm going to gain wisdom. I'm going to gain clarity. I'm going to grow. Like she's young, she's old. So there's this, you're transitioning from the Fool. Some people get offended with the Fool in the tarot, but the Fool, this whole journey is about the Fool learning wisdom. It's about the Fool going through challenges, right? Navigating experiences to become transformed. And through our lives, we will cycle experiences and we will become the Fool every time we cycle out of something into something new. But it's never fully in a naive way. There's an innocence, but she has wisdom. So every cycle you're gathering wisdom, and over time it becomes what transforms you, right? You become wiser. So there's something about becoming emotionally mature. There's something about becoming emotionally in tuned with your growth. Like, she's looking at her growth, her caracol in a different way. It's like, look, the person here isn't even looking at the wisdom, right? It's more like air energy. This is an air card. So there's something about air and water, but now she's looking at the growth. Like, this is, I always had it with me. Like, I didn't know I was carrying it with me, and here it is, right? Now I can see it. Now I can see the fruits of my labor. Now I can see the beauty in the pain. The beauty in the pain. What are you headed towards? Aries, what are you headed towards? Okay, the Hermit, healing mode. So you're in the process of transforming. You're in the process of transforming. You're needing to do some healing work. Become the Hermit. This is healing. This is self-care. And it's going to bring up some more pain. It's going to bring up loss. It's going to bring up emotional experiences. You actually stepping into this journey, right, is going to allow you to heal. It's going to allow you to heal. Five of Cups is healing loss. The Hermit, it's helping you heal the loss, the regrets, the missed opportunities. That's where you're headed towards. What do you need to focus on? What do you need to focus on, Aries? What do you need to focus on? What do you need to focus? Oh, okay. You're focusing on Page of Pentacles, learning something new, and the High Priestess. Learning something new around your intuition, trusting the unknown, trusting the shadow work, trusting what you don't see, right? Like the miracles. Remember I talked about, like, trusting, having faith in what you don't see, right? Having faith that your dreams are going to come true. You're learning how to do this. You're learning how to tap intuition. You're learning to trust the unknown. What's underneath? Ten of Pentacles. Abundance. This is finances. This is wealth. This is legacy. This is you facing. Look at the difference, right? Todo solito, sad, not really looking at the abundance. And now here it's like recognizing that it's all around you. Everything you've created, everything you've put time and energy into, relationships, children, right? Like how things have unfolded. It's like this old again, there's something about the maturity. There's something about maturity, right? Young, old. There's something about maturity that you're gaining or will gain through this process. But you have, it's the healing work, right? You're learning how to do this. You're learning how to do this. Or at least that's what you're being asked to focus on, is learn how to do this. Learn how to do this transformative work so that you can heal the losses from the past, the grief from the past, the missed opportunities from the past. Or at least your perception that they were lost opportunities. Because everything unfolds as it should be. The corn. Have I seen this one before? I don't know. It's a 10 card, which goes back to 1 again. You. Corn represents the mother of sustenance and tangible abundance. This symbol represents material prosperity in the world of form that provides stability and sustenance to many. There is more than enough. The invitation. You planted a beautiful field of dreams and worked hard. Even in moments when you were losing faith, you continued. Now the spirit of the corn comes to honor this and show you a bountiful harvest. This is the time to reap the rewards of hard work and trust, whether those rewards are financial or the kind of prosperity measured in quality rather than quantity. You are so blessed when this symbol appears. Don't forget to share your good fortune. Abundance can come in different shapes and sizes. Like, it's about learning how to see it from another perspective, right? So the medicine. Beware of shortcuts to your dreams or a fast track being offered to you now. Be especially mindful of your feelings of entitlement or an expectation to get something for nothing. This is a time for gratitude, perseverance, and humility. Be prepared to work toward your goals and plant the seeds of your intentions consciously and respectfully. Release any insecure thoughts of scarcity, feeling that there is not enough, or worry that someone else could take what is yours. Know that the universe will always provide, but you must be in a relationship with it in order to receive. You will reap what you sow. Take heart, even if you didn't plant well. You have conjured up the illusion of a drought. There is always a new season to begin again. So this is you learning about abundance. This is you learning that you can still claim, right, what is yours, even if you've manifested from a ¿cómo se dice? A lack mentality. There's always an opportunity to learn how to do things differently. And I think that's what you're learning how to do differently. Aries, that's for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. Don't forget to check out the final reading to see if there is a message there for you. We just need Taurus and then we're there. So you could skip on forward or listen to Taurus to see if there's something in there for you, my friends. All right, Taurus, you're up, my friends. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node. Oh no, let's shuffle that 2 more times. Let's see, you are the last sign that I'm doing, and then we'll do the general reading, so make sure you stick around for that and see if there's anything in there for you. Taurus. There it is, wandering path. Enjoy the journey. You're figuring out where you're going. Not all who wander are lost. You're always exactly where you need to be. This is about grounding yourself. This is about mindfulness, paying attention to what is around you. You're not lost. It's like one thing's going to lead you to the next thing, and just have fun. Have fun figuring it out. All that glitters. Abundance could be on your mind. Finances could be on your mind. But remember, not all that glitters is great, right? I think it's your perception. There's a mask that's needing to be taken off. And that could be a mask that you have on. Kind of showing your authentic self. There's something about showing your authentic self, or you're learning how to do that. Mystic circle. This reminds me of the Hermit. Connect with ancestral wisdom and have patience on the journey. I am grounded on my path. Remember I talked about groundedness, mindfulness. Taurus, huevos al este. No, huevos. I'm gonna use this one. There's a lot of gold there. I'm going with the Klimt Tarot again. There is a lot of gold. There's a lot of yellow. So there could also be something around your sacral, solar plexus. Your solar plexus. You could have Virgo in your chart also, or you could be becoming the Hermit. This always makes me feel of a hermit energy. But there's something about your solar plexus, learning how to reclaim your power through this process, through this journey, this next chapter. Yeah. And learning how to be authentic, learning how to find your confidence, because it's yellow, so it also reminds you of Leo, the sun. There's something about your confidence, learning how to feel confident with your mask off, with authenticity. Where have you been? Reluctantly going on a journey. Six of Swords. Like, no quiero, but then you go. That's where you've been. So you're on this path now. And now it's about, like, I know you didn't want to be on this path, whatever catapulted you on this path, but let's have fun while we're on it, right? Let's have fun while we're on it. 8 of Wands. Oh, wow. 8 of Wands. Let me see how I can show this to you without showing too much. 8 of Wands, right here. 8 of Wands. You have been on this journey. You've been on this journey. I don't want to say there's a third party situation, but there's 3 other people. You've been interacting with 3 other people. There's something about releasing control around third party energy. Yeah. There's 3 people there. There's something about releasing the third party energy to embrace what's coming next, or what you're being informed to do next. I feel like this third party energy has held you back. Usually the wands are coming in to the side, like it's the downloads are coming in, the floodgates are opening, but here there's some stagnation. There's some, like, because it's straight like this. And then there's these 3 people, these 3 women. So there's been, like, either a third party energy, a third party cycle, or this experience with other people that have held you back from, and that could be like where that resistance is, and you finally releasing control, right? Releasing control, like that woman has, like I'm letting go of these people that are holding me back. There's something about releasing control, or releasing attachments. What are you headed towards, Taurus? You're headed towards the 2 of Swords. Making a decision. You're making a decision. I feel like you're headed towards healing the parts of you. Like, it almost gives me the feeling of, like, you're fighting with yourself. You're fighting with yourself. Or embracing yourself. Because it looks like fighting, but it also feels like like I've landed with myself. What are you needing to focus on? 3 of Swords. Healing. 3 of Swords is usually healing your heart. She's protecting her heart. 3 of Swords. So there's something about healing yourself. She has the mane like of lion. So healing your confidence, healing, reclaiming your confidence. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is moving forward with your truth, right? Sometimes you can move a little too quickly. So how you're navigating your communication, or what you're learning about this experience, where you've been, the stuckness, figuring out if this is the path that you want to go on, or you are on this path, but now it's like, okay, let's remove the masks. Maybe this is also all that glitters, right? These people that were holding you back, you had some type of vision about them. You had, like, they kind of, you're seeing beyond the mask. What once was great isn't great anymore. And that could be why you're releasing control. It could also be maybe you're focused on material gain. All that glitters, right, may not have been so great. And going down a much more spiritual path. A much more, it's like, look, there's a spiritual calling up here. And following the light. Following the light. But there's healing work. There's healing work. There's an embracing of the self that you're needing to do. There's healing work around your confidence. Reclaiming your confidence. Yeah. Your solar plexus, Leo energy, your joy. Reclaiming the joy. That's why it says enjoy the journey. Needing to learn how to do that again. Let's get an oracle card for you. I mean, the Knight of Swords is fast-moving energy. So this could be you picking up the speed on that. Thunder. Thunder. 56. Thunder. I just opened to it. Legend speaks of great thunder beings who live in the sky and call for your attention when great occurrences are meant to happen in the world. They warn when tensions in a situation are called upon to be released. Their presence in your reading reminds you of the dramatic moments in life that change everything, both awesome and frightening. When thunder arrives, it is also a wake-up call, one that you will not soon forget. The invitation. When thunder comes into your reading, it refers to a big dramatic change that feels like a herd of wild bison on the run. You feel it right through your bones, and you know that you are powerless to influence whatever events have been set in motion. This is a time to be prepared for anything. Your life is an adventure, and wonderful opportunities are arriving now. The trick is to learn to run with them. Qualities that you'll need now more than ever are flexibility, dexterity, and a willingness to experience it all without dictating from where or in what form opportunities will come. Your destiny is arriving. Be ready. The medicine. Do you feel like unnecessary drama is waylaying your life? Could you be exhausted from listening to others tell you their never-ending victim story? Or could you be telling yourself a version of the same? It's time for an about face. You're being warned that to continue on this path will cause you to regret your choices, even if they appear benign or familiar. It's time to say no to drama, both yours and others. Focus on solutions rather than problems. You are worthy of a drama-free life. That could be that whole third-party situation, right? That whole third-party situation that you were getting caught up in. You could be releasing that if you choose to, right? If you choose to. Taurus, that was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And we are going to start the general reading now. All right, general reading. General reading, regular rules apply, right? What does that mean? Be discerning. Be discerning of the information I shared. Before I shuffle, how about we talk about what I meditated on? Let me bring back to my notes. All right, so if you're watching this, hopefully there's a message in here for you. Let me tell you what came up for me during my meditation. So the first thing that I'm being shown, I'm walking on the side of a house to the backyard. And as I'm turning, I'm seeing the patio, the backyard patio. There's a window, and then the cords was what stood out, and they were messy cords. And these are cords that you, do I have any around here? I have them like around, so it's the communication cords. So immediately there was something about tangled up communication, tangled up chaos. There could be a block. There could be some type of experience about you and the outside world, because it's a home and it's outside of a home and there was a window. But the messiness is what stood out. So you could be in a complex, tangled up experience that you're needing to clear out. Whether it's regarding emotions or communication, some type of block. The next thing, everything was about words. So the next thing I'm hearing is don't distract me. clearly, right? It's about setting boundaries. It's about protecting what's important to you, reclaiming maybe mental space, because destruction is all about up here. So there could be, again, a lot going on around you that you're needing to stay focused on something. So that could be happening for you. Then the third thing I'm hearing is let go of me. So someone is trying to latch onto you. Now, this came out several times, and every time that I was meditating, because at first I didn't get the pattern. I didn't pick up on the pattern. But then when this one kept repeating in different ways, I was like, okay, there's something about releasing attachments, or again, the boundaries, creating healthier boundaries. The way that I saw this was someone was separating themselves from someone else, and it was repeated on a street, and then again inside a bus, specifically a school bus. And it was really interesting because it progressed from just other people, separating myself from other people. And then inside the school bus, I'm facing the woman who's saying, let go of me. And they're saying it to a child in the school bus. So if you learned anything about what I've shared before, transportation, right? Paths, streets is a path. The bus is something that you take to go on your path. It's a school bus. So there's something about learning as you're going on this path. A bus is also something transitional, right? It's supposed to get you from one place to another, and you're supposed to get off. So you're learning something about this transition in your life. And it's around boundaries. It's around attachments, releasing control. Excuse me. Because it felt like a mother. It felt like a mother saying it to her son. There could be the feminine side of you, the feminine energy that is needing boundary and protection. So it could be what you're trying to create is needing boundaries and protection. And there could be someone who's dependent on you. It doesn't have to be a child. It could be just an adult who maybe acts like a child, or someone who is dependent on you financially, where you're needing healthy boundaries around. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're blocking them off completely. It could just be, how are you making time for your creative energy, ultimately, right? What that looks like for each one. I'm not saying to abandon your children, right? I'm just saying, think about how you're setting the boundaries around you, so that you can have time for you. Then the last thing I'm hearing is this place is chueco. This place is chueco. Chueco means crooked, bent, out of place, shady. It's slang. And so there could be, again, something around you that is off balance, or not aligned, not really where you are. You know, I think back to the first one of like the messiness. There's something messy, something shady, something dishonest, right? That's happening. This place is wrong for me. This place is off alignment for me. This place is shady. It's not where I'm supposed to be. So you're assessing your environment. You're assessing what's around you, who's around you, right? It could be the people in that place. So take it for what it is, right? This could be you. This could be someone who's interacting with you, right? Or it could be someone who's needing to set these boundaries to get to you. Yeah. You take it for what it is. So, let's jump right in. Wondrous universe, walk in beauty. So there's something around stepping into Aquarian energy, stepping into viewing the world from a different perspective, right? Saturnian, there's a Saturn. I can't tell if that's the moon or the sun, but there's Saturn. So there's lessons that you're learning about this experience. Go the distance, taking action. So you're needing to release control, release connections. Arms are open. So there's something about releasing connections and then moving forward on your path, moving forward towards your destination. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 + 1 is 2. It could be a connection that you're headed towards, or alignment of self, because that's what 2 could stand for. But there's something Saturnian about this. There's something about learning around spirituality, learning about how to view even the shadiness from a different perspective. and moving towards where you're supposed to be. Illuminated vision. Imagine your dreams infused with divine light, unfolding with grace. I reach my full potential. So again, it's like highlighting the path that you're supposed to be on, where you're supposed to go, what you're supposed to do. But you have to release where you are or stay focused. There's something about staying focused, getting away from the chaos, getting away from the messiness, right? To be able to walk in beauty, to be able to go the distance, to be able to reach your full potential. All right. Where are you right now, my friends? Okay, 2. Right now, you've been doing some heavy loads, heavy lifting, right? Queen of Cups, you've been embracing your feminine energy, doing shadow work. This interesting Queen of Cups reminds me of the moon. Usually, she's able to find stability with the chaos, but in this particular one, it's like she's looking for help. She's looking for the moon. She's looking at the universe like, can you guide me through these rocky shores? It's like she's stuck on an island and she doesn't know how to get out of it. So that's where you are. What's the crossing energy? That's the opportunity. 2 of Cups. Remember I talked about 2, union of self with your higher self or union with a partner. That's the opportunity. What's underneath all this drama around you? All this weight that you're carrying. The Chariot, fast moving energy. This is go the distance. This is you finding clarity, right? Knowing what direction to go. Look at these 2. They're facing opposing sides, but you're facing forward. It's like you know where you need to go. And you have that smile on your face. It's like, I'm not listening to these 2 other people. There's something opposing you. Right? This is the chaos around you. Like you're not listening to the people around you. Like they're upset with each other. These horses are upset with each other. But you're looking forward. So you're looking forward. You're looking for help. You're looking to release this. What's in the hidden potential? Energy could help you. It could continue to hold you back, or it could be a natural consequence of what's going to unfold. 6 of Cups. This is usually soulmate energy, past life soulmate, maybe. Maybe you're headed towards a past life soulmate. Oh no, this one always reminds me someone's mad. Someone's jealous. So there's some jealousy. Like he looks upset at her. Like he's looking at her like, how are you able to create this? I want some, like his hands are like this. And there's this look on his face. So I don't know if there's like some jealousy around someone around you who maybe has done this. You're wanting this too. You're needing to connect with them, or look, it's like you're being prepared to maybe connect with them, or you're being prepared to do the inner child work with your feminine side, with your feminine energy. Because there's this like envious of the feminine energy, envious of like, what are you able to create and how can I do that too, right? And here it's like, okay, coming to terms, coming to like truce, coming to like, okay, like this maturity around but there's almost like this, like after what we've been through, am I going to share my cup with you? So this is if you're dealing with someone else. If you're dealing with someone else, there's some reservation. What are you walking away from? There's some reservation. You're walking, yes, there's some reservation. There's some reservation with you and this particular soulmate or this particular person that you're walking towards or headed towards or needing to accept help from. It could hold you back. It could help you move forward. It just depends on your perspective. Your truth. You've gained wisdom. You've gained some aha moments around your truth, and that could be what catapulted you into this chapter, this next chapter. What are you headed towards? Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. You've been headed towards learning how to balance relationships out, how to have reciprocity in your resources with other people, right? Not overgiving, having better boundaries. What's in your environment? Ace of Wands, a new idea, right? This is a new passionate idea that's in your environment. The potential, it's an opportunity from the universe. Whether or not you'll take it, that's up to you. That passionate new beginning could be with this soulmate energy, or it could be with doing the healing work, going the distance with that. What are your hopes? What are your hopes? What are your hopes? Hopes, Seven of Swords, making sure you don't get hurt again. Your hope is to be more careful, more strategic, more intentional with how you navigate challenges so that you don't get hurt again. Fear, Knight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. The fear could be being too impulsive with work situation, or being too como se dice? Knight of Swords is like fast moving energy, communication, being too blunt, being too careless. I mean, it's great when you have your truth, right? It's like you've taken their truth and you're like, this is what I want to do, right? This is what I want to work on. But she don't look happy. She don't look happy behind the desk. So there's something about your work choices, your resources. It's like you're trying to get your ducks in a row, but there could be some impulsivity with how you do it. So in the fear position is be careful. Be careful how the next job, the next work opportunity. I mean, you could have to do it for a little bit to just get your ducks in a row. There's something about your pentacles in a row. So your energy, your time, your ideas, like there's something about organizing and following through with that commitment to pick up momentum. But there's something about managing your energy so that you're not just behind the desk all the time. Because look, this is like two, like behind the desk and movement, behind the desk. So there's something about being able to balance fast moving energy with the day-to-day stuff as the hopes. What's the outcome? The outcome is Eight of Cups, going on this spiritual journey. The Eight of Cups, the outcome, right, is being successful, going towards that Nine of Cups, right? Being able to look, mira, look how different this is. I have one cup, now I have nine. Similar visuals, very similar. The difference is that the Eight of Pentacles has more, or the Eight of Cups has more emotions to it. It's almost like she's matured. It's like you're just starting this opportunity, and then you're getting to a point of maybe the Hermit energy, like there's maturity, there's a slower pace, like even the outfits. Look at the outfits, like she's more vulnerable, more exposed, more covered up. So there's something about wisdom. Look, it's like, oh my God, oh my God. Look at that cup that she has. It's right there. It's right there. It's the cup that got you to this journey. You're headed towards wisdom. You're headed towards that, like accumulating the emotional experiences that you need. What's underneath? Queen of Swords, learning about discernment, right? Being more wiser. You don't say more wise, you say wiser. Being Queen of Swords could be an air sign that you're dealing with, right? An air sign, a water sign. What else shows up? Cancer energy, water sign. There's something about learning discernment, learning how to smell bullshit, learning to cut out the drama, learning to cut out, you know, the lies, right? Learning to honor your truth. I don't think you realize that that's what you're going to experience on this path. Clear-cut communication, right? Let's get 3 cards of clarification or advice if this is your story. Clear-cut communication. 6 of Swords. Going again on this journey. That came up a lot. 6 of Swords. Being strategic with this next journey. Look at it. Mira cómo está mirando. It's like, and look. Remember I said there's someone who's come ahead who knows how to do this, who's been on this journey, and you're like watching them, either you or they're watching you. They're watching you and your success, and they're gonna follow your path. They're gonna follow your path, or you're going to follow their path, because you see the success. You see that they're building, you know, their own thing. They're building their own abundance, or the flowers, right? Flowers bloom. There's something about that Page of Cups. Yes, you're learning. You're going to learn, right? How to tap into your feelings and protect yourself at the same time. This person, there's you know, they're on the beach. They have the shell, right? But they also have rain boots and an umbrella. So they know to be prepared for a storm. They know how to navigate the changes in the weather, right? The changes of the emotional experiences. So on this journey, you're going to learn how to do that better. It's Page energy. So you're learning how to keep your heart open, and at the same time, learning how to protect it. One more, please. One more. Get so excited. Oh no, that's too many. That's way too many. Let's put that back. I'm not gonna read that many. One more. There we go. 5 of Cups. Yes, heartbreak. You're gonna learn how to protect your heart, how to heal the heal the you're gonna learn how to heal the disappointments from the past. You're gonna learn how to heal the disappointments, the missed opportunities. I mean, there really are none. We might feel like they are because it may not be with the same person or the same situation that we thought it would be, but it's just different, right? Because you're in a different place. So you're going to learn how to navigate your emotional experiences better, how to guard your heart, or how to protect your heart better, whether that's seeing through the lies of people, seeing, taking chances, because it's Cup energy, there's risk. The Heart of Sky. Oh, mira que bonito. I haven't seen this one either. The Heart of Sky. Sky is air energy. The Heart of Sky. 24. I haven't read that one before. Let's see what it says. The Heart of Sky. The Heart of Sky is the love force that made all creation possible. The same force is present when you create with originality, when you bring formlessness to form, or inspired ideas to expression. This primeval force does not know good or bad. It is up to us to provide the clear intention that will guide it to manifest. The Heart of Sky helps us call in beauty from the invisible world and birth it in the world of matter. The invitation. The Heart of Sky brings you a sacred reminder. You are a channel for the original energy of creation. Become the paintbrush, the canvas, and the artist, all guided by the Heart of Sky. Set your intention ethically and clearly and allow the universe to take care of the details. The medicine. You may feel responsible for everything and everyone. Perhaps you think you have to do it alone. This takes you into a dark hole where you lose trust in the natural order of the cosmos. Shed your lofty sense of duty and recognize that this is a false prison of your own making. You can open the door and set yourself free in an instant. So you can walk in beauty, go the distance, and reach your potential. Look at that. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think this will help somebody else. And we'll see you all next time. Take care.